Oh yeah, they also hold on. They released. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. They released the titles for the hold on. Let's see something. I want to see something. Hold on for 1 minute, quick minute. Zack Snyder, Justice League chapter names. Yeah, the chapter names. Which hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Zack Snyder. What chapter? Let's see. Titles revealed. Hold on. Let's see. That's one. See. I got. I should go to Screen Rant. I think that's they have a. Hold on. Let me click on that Screen Rant. They have a thing about the chapters and stuff. Everything the chapter. Okay, here we go. It says Zack Snyder's Justice League. Everything the chapter titles reveal about the story. Okay, here's what the 6 chapter titles Justice League reveal about the story, characters, twists, and Snyder originally planned. Okay, part one is Don't Count on It, Batman. Okay, part 2 is The Age of Heroes. Okay, part 3 is Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. And part 4 is Change Machine. And part 5 is All the King's Horses. And part 6 is Something Darker. Okay. So let's see what they think about it. But although, like I said, I don't know what Don't Count on It, Batman. That's a weird title. The Age of Heroes, maybe the history lesson. I think we're going to get a longer version of that history lesson with the gods fighting Steppenwolf and a young Darkseid and stuff. So hold on. And part 3, Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. Maybe that could be Steppenwolf because remember he kept calling the thing Mother, the Mother Box Mother, and all that stuff. Part 4, Change Machine. I don't know if that's Cyborg. Part 5 is All the King's Horses. Maybe that's when the League gets together. And then part 6, Something Darker. I think that could be like the climax, obviously, part 6. And remember, there was a shot in the original, not the original shot, I think in the Heroes trailer where Batman says, and you see Wonder Woman standing by his side, and he has the suit on without the cowl, and he says, something's coming, something darker. And maybe he's talking about Darkseid, okay? Okay, and that, that dream he had, that premonition about Darkseid, and maybe that's, because I think definitely for sure there's going to be a scene, because there's a shot that I've seen lately with, it looks like in the climax where all the heroes are on that bridge after they have beheaded Steppenwolf and kicked them through the boom tube, and you see all the heroes there. They're looking up, and I think the what you see, the boom tube, it opens up and they see Darkseid. I think you still see that. You're gonna see that shot of all the heroes, because there's a shot that I've been seeing online where you see Darkseid looking, and you see all the heroes there and looking up, and I think they're looking at Darkseid, and I don't know if Darkseid says something to them, or or whatever way it plays out. But I could, well, they're gonna look through each other through the broom tube, and I think you're still gonna see that scene where it was supposed to be. I think somebody described it like Darkseid would, Steppenwolf's head would roll into Darkseid's feet, and then he would just step on it and crush it, and then look at the heroes, with the Omega beams, which looks freaking awesome. Anyway, and then hold on, let me see something. What did they say on Screen Rant? Come out. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, this is what they say. Chapters, part 1, Don't Count on It, Batman. Let's see what they think about it. When the first trailer came out in 2016, it made clear that Ben Affleck would be working hard to building an alliance. And Don't Count on It, Batman indicates the opening will put Bruce Wayne in the focus as he's trying to build the Justice League. And Batman v Superman, Lex Luthor had files on the metahumans, including members of the founding team. Of course, while Bruce never had plans of getting Barry Allen on board, the same could be said of the other 2 members of the team. Part 1 really indicates that he'll have some trouble getting everyone to sign up. Most likely with Aquaman and perhaps also Cyborg, which makes sense because I think that part is still going to be true, because that scene on the rooftop when Diana looks at Cyborg, like she talked to him before and then he didn't come, but he came because I think what's going to happen is they kidnap his father and that's what changes his mind. I think he's reluctant to join up, but when they kidnap his father, I think that's when he goes all in. Okay, okay, and let's see. So the first part they basically saying is the recruitment part, and okay, and one of the biggest elements of Justice League history lesson plot explores dark side initial. Okay, part two, the Age of Heroes, and I think again that's the history lesson. Okay, the dark side invading the initial attempt to invade Earth, and again the young dark side, and also they'll show the gods fighting the Amazons and all that stuff, and the Green Lanterns and stuff, and Olympic gods and Atlanteans. Yeah, exactly. The title chapter reflect the Age of Heroes will come in the form of the Justice League. Okay, so again, like I said, I think we'll get longer. The history lesson will be longer. Okay, and then of course, beloved mother, beloved son. Oh yeah, this is another corner that is the key to Snyder Cut is the return of Henry Cavill's Superman after his death in Batman v Superman. With beloved mother, beloved son could be hinting at is likely something to do with Clark and his mother Martha Kent, which makes sense, I guess, in a way, because I thought maybe it was the whole Steppenwolf he kept calling Mother Box's mother, but it makes sense. Okay, with beloved mother, his mother's technically Martha Kent, and still her and her son. So hold on, so let's say, but the title isn't limited to the focus on them. It also explores something about Bruce's mom, since exactly since his parents' murder always haunt him. One of the characters that was also cut from the oh yeah, that's right, Cyborg's mom. Okay, Eleanor Stone, played by Karen Bryson. Victor Stone origin, key part of the Snyder Cut. It's possible this chapter refers to them two, beloved mother, beloved son. Okay, oh yeah, so you know what? He's right, beloved mother, beloved son. Because think about it. Because the Flash, he lost his mother. Mom got murdered by Reverse Flash, and Cyborg's mom also died. All right. The only one that's mother that's still alive is technically Diana's mother, right? Because actually Arthur's mother is still alive technically, although they don't know that. Although he doesn't know that at that time of this movie, he doesn't know that she's alive. Obviously, in Aquaman, he found out she was alive, but he didn't know. So basically, all of them are motherless in a way, I guess. Okay, and the Flash's mother was murdered when he was a kid, and he's been trying to get his father, who was framed for the murder, out of prison. Yeah, so I guess you do have that theme of beloved mother and son. They do with the Justice League members. Okay, that's a good thing. I didn't catch that, but that makes sense. And then part four, Change Machine. I think while Batman and Superman gave a taste of Cyborg origin story, so years the important character in Justice League. With that in mind, Change Machine title refers to the mother box and presumed Cyborg's backstory finally being explained in detail. This is also the likely part where Eleanor's death will be seen as part of the film's Cyborg's focus. Change Machine also be where the team starts to come up with the idea of trying to bring Superman back from the dead. Okay, using the mother box to do so. Even though the resurrection won't be happening in this chapter, it's possible where Silas Stone will be killed, which has been seen in the initial Snyder Cut trailer, which makes sense. That's right, yeah, because again, Cyborg is supposed to have a bigger part in this movie, and like I said, we saw in that in the Hallelujah trailer that his father actually, got killed by in Star Labs. Okay, so which we didn't, in the Justice League version, you didn't see that, but in this it makes sense that Change Machine, like again, Cyborg is supposed to be a lot of the focus, and that makes sense that this is where they say, they talk about bringing Superman back from the dead. Okay, now, what else? Chapter 5, All the King's Horses, which means I think Batman and Superman had a horse motif that symbolized the coming of death and even tragedy in a way similar to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. But title All the King's Horses reference to Humpty Dumpty. All the King's Horses couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together. Choice for a chat. It also alludes to something bigger regarding Superman's resurrection. By all means, this indicates this is where the team execute their attempt to try to revive Superman. However it goes, this chapter will be Lois Lane discovers that Clark is alive again, rather than what went down with her in the 277 cut, rather than what went down with her with the League battle Superman after his resurrection. Yeah, because that's going to be totally different. I don't think it's going to be exactly the way where Batman said had Alfred bring Lois to the ship when they said this is break out the big guns. I don't think that it's going to quite happen that way. I think it's going to happen the way you see in the trailers, where you see Lois walking down the street and she's looking up, and then she sees Clark flying up in the air, and then she of course runs to the park where he's battling the other heroes because he's confused. And I think that's so we're not going to see that. Do you bleed things? It's not going to be that. He's going to toss back and Batman saying, Oh yeah, something's definitely bleeding. No, no corny joke like that is going to be in there. So, but that is when Superman going to get resurrected, and the fight is supposed to happen at night, and it's going to be a little bit more extensive, that fight. And then, of course, he's going to go back to, Smallville with Lois, and then, of course, the mother finds out. But let's see now, chapter 6. Hold on. Something darker. Okay, let's see. Now this could be okay for the 6th chapter. We will see the finale of the Snyder Cut. Something darker has to be where it include the big showdown between the Justice League and Steppenwolf. But it wouldn't stop here. There, Steppenwolf fate would nearly open up the way for the League to discover Darkseid and the forces of Apocalypse. This is likely also where they will tease Darkseid's coming conquering of the Earth that will begin the nightmare timeline that has been a huge component of Snyder's overall vision. Jared Leto's Joker is set to be part of the Snyder Cut, and something dark could very well be where he officially makes his appearance during the Nightmare arc. Yeah, you know what? I didn't think about the Nightmare arc could happen at the end. Exactly. What if they defeat Steppenwolf, but then, because he said it's supposed to end in a cliffhanger. What if, you flash forward, they do a fast forward, and then you see the Nightmare scene sequences at the end, with the League, decimated and stuff, and Darkseid coming to Earth. And okay, so I don't know, and maybe, you know what they could do? They could, and then they could have, but they defeat. Say it happens like this. Suppose they fight Steppenwolf, okay, and because I know in the original Zack's version of his arc, the Justice League was going to actually go to Apocalypse to confront Darkseid, and they were going to lose, and then Darkseid was going to come to Earth and take over. But what if it changes around because, what if Darkseid in this, what if they defeat Steppenwolf and, okay, and they see Darkseid? Because I don't think they shot this, because I think this was going to be in part 2 where they actually were going to go to Darkseid. But what if, after defeating, Steppenwolf and Darkseid looking at them, not that they know that he's here, and then maybe it jumps in a time thing. You get a time jump and you see the nightmare sequence is actually happening, and then Batman tells because maybe in the future movie, because he didn't know, at the time he was filming this, or when he was doing the Snyder Cut, he knows the possibility that there's not going to be another movie, which I think there is going to be a movie, because I think this is going to be successful. So I think there will be a sequel. Batman says, listen, we got to, it was a disaster what we did when we went to Apocalypse to confront Darkseid. And you can see evil Superman, all the nightmare sequence things happening. And Flash actually, like you see in the other trailer, the last full trailer that we got, Flash actually travels back in time and reverses whatever, they did, like going to Apocalypse and stuff. And then the nightmare future is reversed. What if they do it that way? Okay, or that's just his theory. But remember, he says it ends as a cliffhanger. What if after they defeat Steppenwolf and they see Darkseid, and then what if that's when you get the cameo by the Green Lantern, whether it's John Stewart or Hal Jordan or whatever, and they tell Bruce, Darkseid is coming. Something. Now, this is just my tinfoil hat theory. Suppose, like I said, they defeat Steppenwolf and all that stuff. They see Darkseid and they go, okay, we know he's around and he wants to conquer the Earth, so we'll stay together, as a league, to defend Earth and all that stuff. And then what if, Lois and Clark get married? Because remember, there's this sequence where he says the ring, and then maybe, she accepts it and they have a big wedding at the end of the movie, right? And then what if at the end of that wedding is, that's when the Green Lanterns show up and, and tell the whole league that, Darkseid is coming to Earth. You got to get ready. Okay? Or maybe Martian Manhunter. What he says in that Batman trailer that Darkseid is coming. Okay? What if he says that? Okay, anyway, I know I was speculating with that. And maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll probably cut this video. I'll cut this off from the Superman trailer. I'll leave that by itself. And I'll make a whole video just on these chapter starts and my theories and all that stuff. I'll keep that separate from the Superman teaser trailer, which is awesome. And I wonder who we're going to see tomorrow. Hopefully Wonder Woman or the Flash. But anyway, yeah, I'll keep this separate. This video will just be the chapter starts for the Justice League movie. Okay, and my wacky theories. But am beyond stoked for this movie. Like I said, and hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna be home from work that day, and movie theaters are opening in New York today, starting today. So hopefully, man, I can see the Snyder Cut in theaters, which would be absolutely awesome. But anyway, let me know what you think of these titles for the chapters, and what do you think what do you think are gonna happen in each act? Okay. I'm looking for surprises and cameos and all this other stuff, and none of it's going to be time travel. And like I said, Zach said this movie ends on a cliffhanger, so I don't know. What if, again, what if the Green Lantern shows up? I think what would be awesome is, like I said, Superman and Lois, Clark and Lois are getting married, and you have the Green Lanterns show up and say, Darkseid is coming to Earth. You got to get ready. Darkseid is on his way. Yeah, that would be awesome if they show up, they just show up at the weddings and just say, Justice League, and then what if Martian Manhunter strolls in and goes, and reveals himself there and says, what he said in the trailer, that is about something about a time to reveal this planet is worth fighting for, something like that. But that was freaking awesome. Harry Legg's voice is just awesome and perfect for Martian Manhunter. Anyway, let me know what you think. Okay, and let me know your wacky theories and about the chapter starts and what do you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care. And I also have a link to my Patreon channel as well. Please check that out if you can. And again, this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.